Welcome back to the John Graves Show. Our new goal today is to get out of the police station as fast as possible. Now, our first stop is taking care of Birkin, though.
Good. Get out of this hellhole. Hey, Marvin! Guess what? I think I found the way out. Marvin, come on. Let's get you out of here. Let's go. Are you okay?
Oh, no. Just go. Save yourself.
Come on. It's bad. We gotta get you to hospital
Please,
now.
Claire. We both know how this is going to end. Get out of the city.
We can't just leave you here.
Claire, please, go. Do this for me.
Okay. Hey, Marvin. Thank you.
Yeah. Marvin's actually he's a lot more, I want to say, well, not necessarily kind, but like, he's a lot more compassionate when it comes to Claire. Because like when it comes to Leon, he's actually way more like strict and stern, and actually like giving him a lot more tough love, whereas that for Claire, he's a lot more sincere in everything. Because like when Leon was actually asking him, or at least like was trying to force him out, he actually pulled the gun on Leon, you know. But as for Claire, though, it's more or less like, hey, listen, like, I'm not gonna make it, you know, you're better off like just leaving without me, you know, that kind of thing, which I kind of commend, you know. But at the same time, though, it's like, you know, whatever got him, which I didn't look at Marvin's wound until now, but like whatever got him, like it put a like that didn't look like a regular bite. It looked like the zombies actually like tore like a big piece of his side off. But yeah, like that sort of deal. Okay. So basically the goal is just like last time, is just to knife him until like I can get him to basically go down. You know, it's not as easy to do it like in this one because of the fact of like that you kind of had to hit him twice. Cut that out. Making good progress. Sadly, the grenade like doesn't stop him from doing that. But hey, flame rounds are a good second. And so our ass around 4, 5. Does he love to do that? There we go. Birkin's down. The girls are bonding, and that's basically what happens there. Yeah, I don't need to get any of that. I can just go ahead and go. But the thing that I do like about this whole about most of these classic costumes, which I really haven't spoken on, is that I kind of have a problem with Claire's a bit. Not that not that her costume's bad or anything. It's just the fact of like that. It's like that. It's missing two of the crucial parts and whatnot. I mean, like because the change to Sherry's costume it looks really good. You know, from the brand new one to her classic one.
What's your mom like?
Looks really good. You know. In terms for Leon, like it is his exact costume, like from Resident Evil 2. Like that was a pretty simple one to kind of, to not mess up. It was in Resident Evil 4 for Christ's sake, and it's like there's an aesthetic change to it that I feel actually hurts it a bit, which probably should have been on it.
Wow.
And it's
Both of my parents
well,
are gone.
I figured that it was because that they didn't want to model the tank top,
Just me
but
and my brother.
it's I mean like because they didn't want to model the turtleneck.
Means we've got
But it's
something in
like
common.
with the turtleneck, it
That's a
actually
good
kind of
thing, right?
pulls the costume together because it's too much. Because it feels like it's too much red, you know. I mean, I've seen a mod of it where like that they did model back in the gloves and everything,
Okay.
and it looks really amazing.
Key card
Does she have a
first.
hurt on her?
Then that asshole gets what's coming.
I
to
guess
him.
this model like it doesn't have it on it, like she had the wound on her lip. But like that's not really a problem. But yeah, like when I think about it though, it's like like there really is no problem with like with Leon and Ada. I mean like Ada's costume, like actually they didn't really even change her dress. Dress is basically the same, but you know, it looks good though. And I'm like, this costume is not bad. It still looks good. However, however, the weird contrast to it though is that like they actually have the with the 98 costumes, like with the original 3D models and whatnot, they actually still have the original designs there too. But yeah, cutting through this area though, like this was basically my main like thing as for why Leon came here second, because as you can see the shutters are still down. However, there is a bit of a monkey wrench kind of thrown like in the idea of that. Because like if you actually look at like what the lickers were doing in there, like they were actually eating the dogs and whatnot, which is like that's a problem. But at the same time though, it's like if I'm not sure if I remember or not, but I think lickers can actually infect people with the T virus, like with their tongues and whatnot. It's not just it's not just okay like that. They have this superior. I mean, like, it's like, well, now they don't have eyesight in that. No, not dealing with that. And that they're blind and everything. It's the fact that they can still infect people, even though they're just tearing them apart and whatnot. No, I have a problem. But then again, I have a knife. There we go, that problem is solved. There we go. Do that. I don't gotta deal with anything. What's my time? 35 minutes? Yeah, hopefully I can get out of here. Oh yeah, and I grabbed that gunpowder. Now hopefully I can get out of here really quickly. Because once I get out of this area, I'm basically just gonna open up this door so I can throw away the diamond key when I go to get that second pad, which most likely I won't even try, and which I kind of wonder if I should even try and get at this point. But you know, yeah, the equipment that's talking about the car door, which to a certain extent, oh yeah, and this is talking about the little metals that are around the area, which that you use to get what was it? You use it to get the infinite knife. Now there is some flame rounds in there that I think it's like 4 of them. I could run in there and grab them, but not really worth it when basically like I gotta deal with some zombies on my back. So that and time and whatnot. I mean, like there's a red herb and like, what was it? It's some film for something else that I'm like, I don't really mind all that much, but you know. So that's basically kind of how that turns out. What is it? Yeah, I got this handgun now. Now this one kind of works more like a Resident Evil 4 gun. It doesn't really. I feel as though it can't fire at 100% damage like
Must
all
be
the
where
time
that guy came from.
because it doesn't have a reticle on it. It's just a laser handgun. June month say Raccoon Monthly June issue. All say attention all Raccoon City heroes. Who's the most feared yet respected man in town? That's right. It's Police Chief Brian Irons, the man that scares bejeebus out of criminals everywhere. Chief Irons is known for his great charity work, making big contributions to the orphanage. Let us. He's helped support abused women and preservation for animal conservation. Oh my Jesus! Just when does our great hero sleep? When asked the city hero, when asked the city is my extended family. I'm just doing what I do for my family.
That bastard is the police chief?
Oh, oh, Irons, you're such a goof. Oh man, like that article is very different from the man we just ran into, isn't it? But yeah, I just got, it's really crazy. Like I just got this item, which basically says the custom parts for the GM79 that greatly reduce the kickback of each shot and gives it a more stable trajectory, right? But it seems as though that you don't really need it, and it kind of just adds space for no reason. Because like the bullets never really fly off like into an arc, when I use that, or at least like when I use it without the upgrade. It's really crazy, But yeah, like, oh, this note is pretty interesting because of the fact of, I'm going to talk about one thing, the thing from this, which is really telling, and it's this first page here. As thanks for your unwavering support, I have deposited a small sum into your account. I hope I can count on you to maintain surveillance over your subordinates. That's a pretty interesting note. Now obviously there is more to it, but most of it's just basically talking about how Irons like is basically doing a bad job, and that what's his name doesn't like it. Birkin doesn't like it, and that he's super expendable, which to a certain degree, he is right. Yeah, get the repair pieces because they're all over the place. Okay. That's actually a pretty cool detail that I haven't seen since Resident Evil 1. Because just tiny things like I'm actually happy that did make its way into the, which is the specifically, I don't even have to board this window up. It'd be nice, but technically, I don't care I don't care enough about this zombie, But yeah, this is one of those cross areas and whatnot. Oh yeah, that zombie only breaks through when I come down here to grab that. But this is one of those cross areas that actually kind of what was it? It kind of changes the dynamic of things when basically you're like, oh, okay, Leon came through here first, and then Leon came through here second, and then that happened. Yeah, that's nice. Thank you. Which is nice. Now I don't have to deal with that bad boy anymore. Everything in there is gone and good, and I am free to come up here and deal with Mr. EX. So, but I may have to take a second trip back down though, because I am carrying a lot of items. Yeah, I may have to take a trip back down, because there's some flame rounds in here that I should take up. Christ. Yeah, this is kind of the problem, man. We're having like a very limited. Actually, no, it's not very limited. Like, this is pretty open. I actually like this. But yeah, this is the problem, man. Basically, like, you limit yourself to picking up every single item that comes your way. Which I don't need that. So I'm gonna grab some more of those in a second. But yeah, like, this is basically like the thing that. Oh wait, what is this? Oh yeah, taxidermy list, which literally everything in Irons' office basically contradicts the it contradicts the article in which that we found on him, which was that he's a nice man. He cares about animals, the taxidermist, he cares about women, you know, slapping up women and whatnot. Wait a second, where are those? Where are those two zombies at? Yeah, well, there's one over there. Obviously. Let me grab you because I don't have any healing items on me. You know that at least one of them is gonna get really super annoying. Yeah, I figured as much. Oh, that's where your boy was. I better take care of them now. Because the last thing I need is to be dealing with them when I come back through this area. Come on, guy. Thank y'all. Yeah, good thing I had the knife on me. Thank you. I actually figured out like I actually figured out a way to tell if zombies are dead in this game. And is that they will do a random animation, like sort of lunging over and whatnot, like if they die. Originally, zombies would die if there was a pool of blood like underneath their bodies and whatnot, but also zombies didn't actually get back up or turn into crimson heads like back in the day. As for this one, specifically, it is better to actually shoot their legs off. Like, specifically, like, that's easier said than done, like, when you're playing. I mean, like, when you're not playing as Leon, though. Come on, leg. I really need you to okay, fine, I'll shoot you in the head. Good. At the very least, she's down. I'm at 44 minutes. Yeah. You hear me, like in my estimated mated time. Now, specifically, I don't really gotta worry about that. There we go, guy. Okay, turn this switch, turn around and head right back up. Now, specifically, I didn't want to shoot off his foot, but it is what it is. Okay, now let me come over here so I can deal with Mr. X and get out of here. Okay. Now, this is going to be one of the more taxing parts that I kind of have to do when I'm playing as Claire. Now cross your fingers and hope for the best. To have about 20 more minutes.
Jesus, stay back!
Come on, dude, fuck your punch. Thank you. Hey, wait a second. You're not supposed to recover that fast with your Final Fantasy boots. God damn it. Oh yeah, so I grabbed that, which is good. Now this hallway is clear. Oh wait a second, I forgot. I didn't grab the thing early. Yeah, it's fine. I got a green herb just in case if problems get any worse than what they already are. But yeah. You know what's crazy is that Mr. X can actually like follow, like, it's actually interesting how Mr. X actually follows the characters in this. He doesn't actually follow them because of distance. He actually follows them based on like the sounds he hears, you know, such as gunshots and everything else. So basically, when Mr. X shows up, it's a pretty smart idea to stop actually trying to shoot things, because like if he actually hears your gunshots, I was that bad, dang. If he actually hears your gunshots, like he will try and come inside, get you. You know. Now since he was following closely behind me here, obviously like he's gonna follow me in here, which is something that I did actually want to happen, so that specifically I don't have to really worry about him. However, it makes this part a little bit tricky. Yeah, I don't care about that zombie. I am not gonna come back in here. Go back in there for a while. The real thing that I want to do is not shoot any zombies like in the library, because since this isn't the B scenario, I kind of thank God. It's like, come on, lady. Right, take that somewhere else. Because Mr. X is coming right up these steps, and I do not need man to be getting. Well, specifically, the good thing is that I don't have to worry about. Yeah, what I'm over 3 times. I can take a few bites. Better that, man, than basically firing off a shot and dealing with Mr. X. But basically, she was there because of bad RNG, so nothing I can really do about that. No, I'd rather deal with that than fire. Yeah. As soon as I left the room, Mr. X just came in. Do I have? I don't have the gear. God. I forgot to grab the gear. Well, actually, it's a good thing that I did come up. And there you go. He just teleported up here. Christ. Oh, hey, this room is clean, so I don't really gotta worry about anything. I have a serious problem. Hey, guy. Come on, throw your punch. Thank you. Oh, say, oh yeah, dude. Thank you, man, for bitch smacking the fuck out of that zombie for me. Hey, and the second time. Now this part is gonna be super tricky because specifically like, well, it's not really tricky, but throw away that knife because I don't really need it. But well, I need it, but I didn't need it, but it's fine. Okay, so that's good. He walked back toward the elevator. I don't have to deal with that idiot. Oh Christ. But yeah, like the thing that I actually really wanted to talk about though, it was Leon. No, it was when Birkin was praising Irons for telling him about his subordinates and keeping surveillance on them. That's repair plan. Now, specifically, there was a how lucky am I? Will you stop doing that? This idiot just got me hit. Christ. Yeah, good thing I have the Now that right there could have been a straight up death, but it's all good. But but speaking on the subordinates though, is that Irons, when in this case, Leon, Chris, Jill, Barry and Rebecca. When they all got back, right? Originally, they would actually they were actually like telling everybody like, hey, listen, look, like Umbrella is basically the cause of what's going on. They basically like have been like experimenting with this brand new virus called the T virus and everything, and that basically like that they're evil, right? Right? And of course everybody, they didn't believe them, you know, because say because of the influence with Irons and everything, and Irons was basically like, don't actually believe those guys, they're all crazy and whatever. And then about like 3 months later, like that's when the zombie apocalypse, I mean like these zombies go, and then like they attack the town and everything, you know, which is actually sort of poetic justice, but also at the same time it's like that's kind of what Umbrella wanted to happen, which is kind of messed up, but you know. Let me see if I can figure this out. Okay, square triangle, circle star. Square triangle, okay, square triangle, circle. Oh wait, that. Yeah. Square triangle, circle star, square triangle, circle star. Like this is me going from the top. So most likely I can get out of the. I'm trying to go as fast as I can to possibly end it here, or get out of the police station. So yeah, let's go ahead and try and get through here as fast as I can. Now, I really can't read these because time and whatnot, but Sally's diary, Wednesdays, perfect grade, it says great days. There were important rule made today. Everyone must write a diary about their health checkups. The doctor is the doctor say the director is tall, he has a mustache, and basically he's a policeman. The talks of that one, or at least like of that diary from Sally, it was basically somebody, or at least like the Umbrella who runs this orphanage. This is when they actually began their testing on the kids. You know, basically like getting like telling them to keep a diary, talk about their health and everything. You know, do that kind of thing. And then Chief Irons just sort of came in and just was like yeah, like I'm the director.
That must be the door out of here.
And then, you know, it's like, well, yeah, so basically he was the guy running this, you know. Now here's Tom's diary, which I'm gonna go over it really quickly. It's been 2 months since I sent a letter to Oliver. Oliver said, I thought Oliver was different. He said we'd be friends for life, you know. Ann set all the little kids down, told them a story, you know, basically all the kids that get adopted get turned into food for the boogeyman. There's something weird going on around here, and it's not just because of Ann's stories. I've been in worse places, and this place is funded by some big drug company. What's with those shots they give us every day? I'm getting adopted. Me, I thought they only I figured I was too old. I'm psyched. I'm psyched. I say goodbye to this place on the 20th. I'm gonna try my best to be a good son. Oliver came back in the middle of the night screaming, help me. He was with the teachers and doctors. Is just a skin thing. They say he'll be better soon. So a lot of this is kind of like they've been taking the kids, which what I assume is that they've been taking them to the mansion, and then they were specifically like experimenting on them with the T virus or the G virus. Now this is the final thing here, and it's by a kid like who obviously like too young to spell right. if you're say, I'm gonna translate it right. If you're reading this, call the police. Boogeyman man's here eating everybody, but a body, a body. The dog boogeyman, the man help, say help. They're coming. So the Cerberus dogs were released like in this area, and they were eating the children. Whoa. Sorry to go over the cutscene so fast, but we kind of already saw that one already. Where like he kind of was getting a bit, you know, insane with Sherry. You know.
You stupid bitch.
Where's my time, man? Okay, so I have, how much time do I have? I have until I get back to the police station. So hopefully I can get past this part really quick. But I think it lasts about like five minutes, so nah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, like they were basically experimenting on the kids here, and actually like what was it? They were actually testing either the T or the G virus on them, you know, and that's basically what happened to this Oliver kid, where basically like he would where like they got adopted to a family, which I'm pretty sure, man, like that if there's any anime watchers out there, like what happened here is basically the plot of the anime Forbidden Wonderland, I think. Oh wait, not Forbidden Wonderland. What's that thing like with the orphanage? I forget the name of it. God dang it. Like, it's the recent anime now, like Forgotten Paradise or something. But it's like, yeah, like that's basically like the story. Now, specifically, you don't have to hide under under this table for the longest while. I was doing it another way, where I would just sit in the back. But this is just a safe spot to sit. But yeah, like it's basically that, where like that they were selling off the orphans like to the highest bidder, or at least in that one they were selling them for food, like in the anime. In this, they're doing it to test their T virus to see like how it works on people, which most likely this could be the test subjects that they were talking about like in the previous parts, like when they were talking about like that some of the test subjects like have an immunity to the T virus, and then basically like because they do like does that affect the G virus, in which it doesn't, which technically the only real thing, man, like that I know from the T virus, or most likely the which like Sherry can't do the running glitch, sorry about that, but like the only real restrictions to the T virus that I know of was given to Jill when she was affected by Nemesis, and Nemesis can actually infect people with the T virus, as seen with Brad, obviously. But like when he infected Claire though, and then she got the cure, it was a very different reaction to things, because when Claire got infected, I mean not Claire, when Jill got infected, like she got a very specific cure, which actually kind of mutated the virus within her body, which I believe that was the reason why Wesker wanted her 5, or basically at the very least he took he took the opportunity to actually experiment on her body. But yeah, this is basically where I'm about to end it off here. Like next stop, we're about to leave. Basically, I did my goal and we ended the police station in an hour. I'm 15 minutes behind, but still, that is what I gotta say about that. I'll catch you guys on the next John Graves show. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games, and I'll see you next time. I'm out.